Here to play Wipeout, Joanna Woodstock, an accounts executive from Manchester. David St. John, an entertainer from Cannock in Staffordshire. And from York, Anne Bumpus, a part-time telephonist. So let's meet the star of the show, Bob Monkhouse.
Thank you. Thank you, folks. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You're so kind. I thank you kindly. Welcome to Wipeout. Do you know, last night at a dinner party, it was a dinner party last night, I realized that my wife is a real master at making a long story short. She interrupts me. Okay, what? Hello, Joanna. What do you think?
Thank you.
You're a musician, you seem to be. I heard you're an account executive. But
I am indeed.
Are you interested in music? Do you play an instrument?
I love to sing.
Oh, maybe you'll do that sometime later in the show.
No problem.
Do you sing with other people or on your own?
Yes, I sing with the church choir and I'm the assistant director.
Ah. Are you, in fact, a lady of strong religious persuasion?
I am indeed.
Do you feel that religion is getting almost too progressive?
Hasn't gone far enough, not yet for me.
I don't agree. I felt very bad about it when our church organist added bongos. David, you and I are in the same racket.
We sure are, yes?
Except you're young and beautiful and I'm old and spavined. You tell jokes for a living.
Yeah, jokes, comedy, impressions, vocal. Been doing the club 3 years. Love it, but love doing the quiz show too. So.
It's a great way to make a living.
It can be.
Well, when they laugh, don't you find some audiences can be very tough?
They can be. I did a show last night. There was a girl sang on before me. They were still booing her while I was on.
I had an audience where I was booed. I had an audience where I was booed, heckled and chucked out in my ear. And this was at the Pope. Anne, part-time telephonist.
That's right, for the emergency doctor's service.
Oh, so you handle some really serious cases sometimes.
Yes.
So a lot depends on your speed and accuracy.
Yes.
I don't like my doctor. He told me I'd be dead in a week if I didn't stop chasing women. Mind you, his wife was one of the women I was chasing. So, we'd like to make you feel at home. Please help me do so, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the show, I will have presented one of you with a lovely souvenir and another one with a pair of beautiful wine glasses, and then one of you will be playing for a dream destination. We'd like to fly you there with our Wipeout wings. I won't explain the rules to you because you know them, and if you're looking in, the best way to understand the game is to watch it played. So first, round one, coming up on your screens, is the name of the grid. Dart is number one in 1966. There are 16 possible answers. Well, actually, 5 of them are impossible. 11 are good. Let's see them on the big grid. All of the songs we want you to pick were top hits in 1966. But only 11 of them got to number one. You'll see the winnings burgeon as each accurate answer puts £50 into your account. You'll also see some of those savings vanish before your very eyes if and when you fall for a booby trap and hit a wipeout. Before we came on, our contestants drew their lucky lots. So, Anne, you go first. Pick a number one hit from 1966.
Good Vibrations, Bob.
Good Vibrations, you think was number one in 1966? Did you get Good Vibrations from that? Yeah, you're absolutely right. Do you want to play on?
Yes. Paperback Writer.
Paperback Writer. Well, Paperback Writer was a big hit, but did it get to that number one slot? Yes, it did. Paperback Writer got there. Of course, the Beatles' great big hit of 1966. Want to pick another?
Yes. Yellow Submarine, please.
Yellow Submarine, another smash for the Beatles, but did it get to number one? Yellow Submarine. Yes, it did. You are doing well. You now have £150 banked. Will you play or pass?
I'll pass, please.
Okay, over to you, Joanna. Can you pick a number one hit from 1966?
I'll have Sunny Afternoon, Bob.
Will you? Well, I'll spend it with you. Sunny Afternoon. Yes, well picked. £50 goes into your bank room. And at the moment, there are 7 correct answers on the grid. There are 5 wipeouts on the grid as well.
I'll play on. I'll have Get Away, please, Bob.
Certainly you can have Getaway. A Getaway, please. Yes, well chosen. You now have £100.
I'll pass, please.
Right. It comes to you, David, with 6 correct answers on the grid and 5 wipeouts, so it's quite tricky choosing.
Yeah, I remember the year, but I'm not sure about number ones. I'll have a go Painted Black.
Painted Black. Yes, well chosen. Paint It Black. A big smash hit for the Rolling Stones.
Okay, I'll carry on and I think I'll Keep On Running.
Well, if Keep On Running was a #1 hit, you can keep on running. Spencer Davis' group, did they get to #1? Yes, they did with Keep On Running. You now have £100 in the bank. Play or pass. 4 correct answers remain on the grid.
I'll play on. I'll go for Sunshine Superman.
Sunshine Superman. Oh, I'm sorry, David. The £100 is wiped out. No sunshine.
No sunshine for me now.
No Superman, I'm afraid, either. £150 is in the bank, and there are 4 correct answers and 4 wipeouts on the grid.
Michelle, please.
Michelle, ma belle, these are words that go together well. Did you get to #1? Yes, wonderful, wonderful melody. 3 correct answers remain on the grid. You have £200, play or pass.
I'll play, please. Distant Drums.
Distant Drums, big, big hit, of course, for Jim Reeves. But did it get to the #1 slot, Distant Drums? Yes. You'll be happy to know you now have £250 as a result of Jim Reeves getting there. 2 correct answers remain on the grid.
I'll pass.
Pass, oh dear. Joanna, your £100 is now at risk if you choose any of the 4 wipeouts.
I will have All or Nothing, Bob.
I think that's just about the case. All right. All, which is £150 in the bank, or nothing. All or nothing. All or Nothing, well chosen by Small Faces. You now have 150, play or pass.
Pass, please.
Oh, David. Well, you've got nothing to lose, pal. There's nothing in the bank.
I'll try and hurry up, but you can't hurry love.
You Can't Hurry Love by the Supremes. Oh, I did well, got to #3. There's still 1 correct answer up there, and I'm afraid, poor Anne, you have to try and find it with the risk of losing your $250. 3 wipeouts, 1 correct answer.
I'll try Love Letters, please.
Love Letters. If Love Letters is the missing #1 from 1966, then you will have £300 in the bank. If not, you'll lose all that lovely money. Love Letters. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Elvis Presley's Love Letters only got to #6. So there's still a correct answer up there, Joanna.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I know. 1 out of 3 is the right one. 1 out of 3. Is it My Love, Out of Time, or Visions?
I will have Visions, Bob.
Visions. If Visions was the #1, you'll have £200. If Visions was not at #1, you'll lose that money. Visions! If Richard got to #7 with Visions, we still have a correct answer. David, you could put £50 in the bank with the right one. Which is it My Love, or is it Out of Time?
I'm out of money, but I'll try and go out of time.
Chris Farlow, Out of Time. Did you get to #1? Yes.
Yes. Oh.
Well done. Well done. Well, now, ladies, I am sad to say you are neck and neck with Nout. But, David, you've got 50 quid. So we start our second grid with David, and the title of the second grid is coming up now on the screen. Crown Jewels. Let's see the 16 answers, 11 of which are correct. 16 answers with 5 wipeouts. On the screen, please. Which of these are part of the British Crown Jewels? Only 11 of those are part of the British Crown Jewels. 5 are not. Now, David, with £50, you have the most of the bank, so you get first choice.
I'll go for the Koh-i-Noor.
The Koh-i-Noor, I know Mr. Cohen personally, and I'm sure he put it there. Koh-i-Noor. Yes, a diamond in the crown. Your second choice, if you wish to play on.
I sure do. I'll try the Great Sword of State.
The Great Sword of State. Please for David. Made for George IV, I read here. Pass or play?
I'll go for the Crown of State.
The Crown of State. Sounds like it's in the Crown Jewels. Was that made for Queen Victoria? It certainly was. The Crown of State. You now have £200. Play or pass?
I think I'll have a bash at passing to Anne.
A bash at passing? I think you're wise. The £200 in the bank. Well, Anne, you have to try and pick one of the 8 remaining answers.
I'll try Stars of Africa.
Star of Africa for Anne. Surely, that's in the crown jewels, isn't it? Yes, the Star of Africa. Diamonds, beautiful diamonds. Cullinan diamond, I believe. And so, with £50, will you play or pass?
I'll pass, Bob.
7 correct answers remain on the grid, Joanna. Can you find them?
I'll have the irregular ruby.
I think I knew this woman. Irregular Ruby. Isn't that odd? What a strange-sounding name. £50 then, to you. Would you like to double it?
I will, thank you. I will have the quarterstaff.
The quarterstaff. Is the quarterstaff in the crown jewels? Away with your 50, I'm sorry. Bang over the head with the quarterstaff. £200 to fiddle with. 6 correct answers up there, David.
It sounds like a disease, but I try ampulla.
It does, doesn't it? He's gone down with the ampulla, I'm afraid. Hope you don't go down with the ampulla, David. Ampulla? Well, it's a fascinating name. It's a vessel for holy oil used at coronations. Play or pass?
I'll play again. I'll try St. Edward's crown.
St. Edward's crown. Yes, well chosen, St. Edward's crown, made for Charles II. So why St. Edward's? I don't know. Play or pass? £300 in the bank.
It's getting sticky. I think I better pass.
Yes, I think you're smart. You've got a 50-50 chance, Anne, because there's 4 correct answers and 4 wipeouts.
I'll try Bohemian Ruby.
Okay, the Bohemian Ruby is your choice. If you're right, you'll double your 50 to 100. If you're wrong, you'll lose it. Bohemian Ruby. The rose quartz, but it's not in the crown jewels. How sad. Joanna, you have nothing to lose.
That's good. I'll have the St. Edward's staff, please.
The St. Edward's staff. The St. Edward's staff, is that part of the crown jewels, St. Edward? Yes. Scepter. This is a scepter.
I'll pass.
Okay. I'll go for the Crown Imperial.
The Crown Imperial sounds very posh. If you're right about it, you'll have £350. If you're wrong on that long shot you've just taken, you will have zip. Crown Imperial. Ouch, doesn't it hurt, Dave? Now we have 2 contestants with nothing in the bank, and you could still win a potential £150. See if you can do that without hitting a wipeout.
I'll try Double Star, please.
Double star. Double star is right. You'll have £50 in the bank. The double star. No, I'm afraid that's an astronomy term. But at least now the wipeouts are down to 1, whereas there are 3 correct answers. So your £50 is safer than it might have been.
I'll have the golden spurs.
The golden spurs. The golden spurs might double that 50 to 100. Let's hope they do. The golden spurs. Made for Charles II. Well picked. £100 banked. Will you play or pass?
I'll pass, please.
I suspected as much. 1 wipeout up there, David. Avoid it.
I'm going to try and avoid it. It sounds a bit silly. I'll try Armills.
Armills? Doesn't sound silly to me at all. Somehow, in the back of my mind, I remember that. Armills. Yes, yes, well done, well chosen. Armills, they're bracelets in the crown jewels.
Amazing.
Now, it's 1 right one and 1 wrong one. Do you want to play or do you want to pass? You've got £50.
I don't want to pick the wrong one. I'll have to pass to Anne.
All right. And are you going to pick the Triple Crown or Queen Elizabeth's Pearls?
Queen Elizabeth's Pearls, please.
Queen Elizabeth's Pearls. Well, if it's Queen Elizabeth's Pearls and not the Triple Crown, you will have £50 in the bank. Queen Elizabeth's Pearls. Yes, well played. As you can see, Anne and David both have £50. Joanna has 100. Since David gave us the most correct answers, that means, alas, Anne, I have to say well to you. You know all those messages you have to take down for the doctor? Here's a paperweight to put on top of. Thanks for doing it. It's round 2, where Joanna and David make a bid for the grid. After scanning 12 answers on the wipeout screen, they'll try to predict how many correct choices they can make, and the highest bidder plays. And a wrong decision, and control of the grid will pass to the other player. It's best out of 3. the winner to play in the final round for an airline ticket to their chosen spot on the map. Here's the subject of the auction. And it is seeds. Going to show you 12 spices. Which of these spices are not made from seeds? Let's see them, please. 12 answers. 8 of those spices are not made from seeds. 4 of them are. How many will you bid, Joanna?
5, Bob.
Pretty good bid. Better than I could manage. David, will you top it?
I'm mad about seasoned spices, but I think I'll let Joanna take this one.
It's a tough one, I think. Joanna, your bargain with us is to give us 5 spices that are not made from seeds.
Ginger.
Ginger. Yes.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Wasn't that a song from Dusty Springfield? Cinnamon. Yeah. 3 more, please.
Coriander, Bob.
Coriander. Coriander. Not made from seeds? Coriander. Coriander. Oh, what a shame. It's made from seeds. Control of the grid passes to you, David. 1 correct answer, and you win the grid.
It's a shot in the dark. I'll go for mace.
If you're right about mace, if mace is not made from seeds, you win the grid. If you're wrong, control will pass back to Joanna. Hit us over the head with it. Mace. Yes.
Lucky.
Away with the wipeouts. Which are the fakes? There they go. All the Spice Girls are left. Ginger was one of them. Well, that means that David leads 1 grid to 0. He gets the first bid on our second grid. Here's the title. Detective partners. Oh, I like this. Which of these people have worked as helpers to famous TV detectives? A sidekick. Let's get the sidekicks kicked up on the screen. Which of these people have worked as helpers to famous TV detectives? How many can you name, David?
I don't get much time to watch television, working every night, but
Right.
I'll go for 4.
4's a fair bid. Joanna,
I'll go for 5.
you will give a 5. David, you may still bid.
I'll let Joanna take this one again.
Okay. Joanna, name your first TV detective sidekick, please.
Huggy Bear.
Huggy Bear. Are you there, Huggy? Assistant to Starsky and Hutch. 4 more, please.
Terry McCann.
Terry McCann. He was certainly Arthur Daly's minder, but was he an assistant to a detective? David, all you have to do is give me 1 correct answer on the grid. You steal it.
I'll go for, I think it's pronounced Cato or Cato.
Cato. If Cato is a good answer, then you steal the grid. Did Cato assist a detective? Yes. Any idea which detective?
Is it in, wasn't Fu Manchu or the Charlie Chan? Was it? It's Oriental one, I believe.
Well, it was the Green Hornet.
Oh, it doesn't mean a thing to me now.
Not to me either. But Cato assisted the detective, the Green Hornet. So away with the wipeouts. Let's get rid of the rotten ones, and the good ones remain. You could have named any of those and have the grid. So this means that David, you win 2 grids to 0. We have to say goodbye to Joanna, which I hate to do, lovely lady. For playing whiteout, well, though it has to be farewell as a parting gift, if you will accept it, you'll find a superb set of Irish crystal champagne glasses in their presentation box. And to go with them, you'll find 12 bottles of the very finest vintage champagne in your local supermarket, I dare say. Thank you very much. Have you enjoyed it?
I have. It's lovely. Thank you.
Oh, that's grand. It's been lovely having you here.
Thank you.
David, join me at the game control. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very well.
Lucky boy, yeah.
Yeah, when you do impressions in the act, I wish I could do them, I can't. How do you wrap them up? How do you present them?
I do a little routine. I sometimes ask people, or shout out, like, I can't promise you, but shout any little impressions. I do little bits and pieces of quite a few people, so it's a bit of a gamble, you know. So
I don't want to embarrass you. Could I ask you for
make them easy. Go on.
Sean Connery. I love Sean Connery impressions.
I love them too. Hi, the name's Bond. James Bond. Have you got any questions on spying?
That's pretty good, isn't it, folks? Marvellous. Now, a choice of destination.
Yeah.
Where do you fancy going?
I fancy Athens as a stopover to maybe doing some Greek island hopping.
Oh, gosh, that would be
Little springboard, yeah.
Good many people. I spent a week on Rhodes, 3 days on the M25 and 4 on the A13.
I'll use that one tomorrow.
Yes, you're welcome. Meantime, let's give you a choice of categories. We've got 4 categories to choose from. Coming up on the screen now, you'll see Natural World, Potluck, Music, and Food and Drink. What's your pick?
I'll go back to my roots. I started on music, so I better stick with it. I'll go for music, yeah.
Music, okay. Music it is, but what kind of music? Is it going to be classical stuff or pop? Pop. That's better, isn't it?
Yeah, not
Okay.
bad, not bad.
Here are 12 hits. 6 of them were for Wham. 6 of them were George Michael solo hits. What we want you to do is find the 6 George Michael solo hits here. If you see one you like, press the button underneath, and then you do that 5 more times. If you have wrong answers, you have to take out the wrong answers before you put in alternatives. Just press the button again, and out they come. When you want to know how many good answers you've given, you hit Bob's button. And up it comes in the top left-hand corner, the number of correct answers that you've registered. You have 1 minute in which to do this, a minute to win it. I've got the ticket to Athens. I'd love to give it to you. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's
Okay,
go.
David. It's your minute to win it right now. A Different Corner, Careless Whisper, and Faith. Praying for Time, The Edge of Heaven, and a Kissing a Fool. You have 5 correct answers. Only 1 is wrong. You've only used 15 seconds. Chooses Fast Love. 5 and 1 is still wrong. 5 and 1 is wrong. You haven't yet used half a minute. We have now. 4, so reverse that last decision. You have about 25 seconds remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got 6 left. Coming down to a quarter of a minute remaining. Only 1/4 of a minute. 15 seconds. You'll be out of time. 10 seconds. 6!
Yes!
Yes! Oh, well done, David. Terrific, man. Oh, I didn't think that was going to happen.
Normally I was bubbling there, buzzing, yeah.
You're a great contestant, and I'm delighted to say you got 50 quid just in spending money. But I dare say you'll earn enough playing the clubs and doing all the dates you do and making people happy and making them laugh. That's your ticket to Athens.
Thank you very much.
Wipeout.
Thank you. Thanks, brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. David. In fact, my mum used to say to me, cast your bread upon the waters, my son, but make sure the tide's coming in. That wipes me out. Till next time.
This afternoon on BBC One, Ironside applies his detective powers at 2:10, followed by more real-life stately dramas from Longleat, Lion Country at 3.